It's bent. I've bent it. Hello everybody, this is just a quick sewing video to show you pretty much how to sew an easy peasy blanket. You may hear some crazy sounds because my mom she's watching the show in the back. I am going to be sewing a cat blanket.
Sorry.
It's okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna pretty much be sewing a blanket. It's super easy. You just pin it wherever you want to sew, wherever you want to hem it, because it looks a lot nicer if you hem it, unless you just cut it. If you're just making a rag blanket, you can just cut it, and it's a lot easier and faster. You can cut the corners to make them look a bit nicer and then pin them. But yeah, and then you pretty much just sew it along the lines and you have a cat blanket. You can add whatever you want. You can add your cat's name. You can hem their name in. So yeah, I'm just going to be showing you how to make it. I did one side, and it came out pretty good. I'm actually surprised how good it came out. I did white with black thread, and I didn't know how that was going to work. Just if you're sewing with one color fabric and another color thread, you have to be careful that this doesn't happen. Like, as you can see, it took me a bit to get the where I wanted the thread to be. So that bit looks a bit messy, but that's okay because this is a cat blanket. It's not like a blanket for the president. So yeah, the hem, it came out really good. I'm really happy. You just have to, what I did is, this was the starting bit of thread, and I'm just gonna tie this off so that it doesn't just completely undo itself. And back here, I'm not going to tie it because, as you can see, it's a bit blacker than the whole other thing because I finished it, I went back over it, and then I went over it again, and then I cut it, which makes it so that it's very hard for it to come undone. So all you have to do is tie it, and I can show you how I sewed it and cut it by doing the next one. So I'm going to pin it just right down here. Can you get a shot of this? I'm just going to pin it. You can decide what width you want, like pin it in the middle, then pin it quarter, yeah, and keep pinning it. This is the part that I struggle with. My mom did this for me. See, if you go like this, it sort of gives you a double layer and it's really hard. So just cut it sort of diagonally. Just like that. And it's a lot easier to pin the corner now. So I'm going to fold it over and pin it like that. And if you want, you can also cut it some more, but that's pretty good. So, and then I'm just going to pin that and pin this whole row, and then I'm going to sew it just like that. That's pretty much all I'm going to do. Bonus cat feature! So we are babysitting our friend's cat. This cat, she was our cat's sister, well, adopted sister. She was found on the road, and her eye was all gunked up, so eventually the eye had to be taken out, but she's adorable. Her name is Elgato, also Cinder Bear. They just call her lots of names. And this is our little foster cat. His name is McCree. He is totally chasing her around, just being like, I totally want to be your friend. We could be a superhero team. It's so awesome. And she's just pretty much running away from him. She's kind of freaked out by his leg. They both have injuries. Oh, be nice to the tiny injured kitten. You know, you were a lot like that when you had your eye taken out. Oh, look, there he goes. Now he's going to follow her. All right, that's bonus kitten stuff. I messed up. You're supposed to, the thread that goes through the needle has to go through this little crack, which I did not know. And also, when you're starting out, you have to make sure you have some extra thread, and you have to make sure that you put a little bit of tension, not like straight down pulling, because otherwise you'll pull the whole thing out. You just need a little bit of tension. So make sure you do that, otherwise you'll end up having a big ball of thready mess. So I'm finished with the blanket. I've sewed all around the edges. It's kind of, some of them are up and down all around.
What a great thing to practice on, though.
Yeah, it's awesome. This back, it's got little flappy bits. If you want to, McCree's right here. He's the cat that I'm sewing it for. If you want to, you can snip this little bit off, just to make it a bit neater. It doesn't have to be super neat, because it's just, it's a cat blanket. It's not, like, it's not a veteran.
It's for McCree.
And it's black and white.
It's black and white, just like you.
Black and white. I never even noticed that.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I'm not very, I don't notice things. But it's not like a veteran's blanket for their laps, for their wheelchairs or whatever. It's a cat blanket. It doesn't have to be glamorous. This is not like a how-to professional video. If you're not satisfied with like what I've shown you, click on another video. It's pretty much just like, this is for fun. It's for like, I'm not very good at sewing. This is amazing to me that I can do this. It's just like, I could be a professional sewer. Designers could hire me to sew cat blankets. No, it's not. This is not a professional video. You click on another video if you're still confused. I didn't show, not sew. I didn't show much of the sewing bit, but I showed you how to pin it and stuff. So, yeah, not professional. I hope you're happy with your cat. I hope you enjoyed sewing with Sasha. Bye!